Undergrunt.
You're just too good to be true. Can't take my eyes off of you. You be like heaven to touch. I wanna hold you so much. At long last, love has arrived. I thank God I'm alive. You're just too good to be true. Can't take my eyes off of you.
I was a young comb myself once.
Before I met Beldar, I was very attracted to a young Theresian forger.
And as far as I was concerned, there was no other life force in the universe that mattered.
But then he got a job working at a volcano complex on some moon in the Petulius cluster.
I never saw him again!
And it broke my blood valve chamber!
Can't take my eyes off of
A small little ship in the center of Mars was a sack of souls with experiment scars when the psychedelic monk said, I'll take two, and he put them in a rocket and he ate a lot of glue. And he shot them straight to Earth where they turned into babies. They were named from that, and they rarely got rabies. And the monk made a movie of their whole entire lives. They were panoramic scenes and zooms of the thighs. One time Bob had sex with a ladle, and one time Matt lost a vet to a cradle, and another time Bob caught a dinosaur mom, and another time Matt bought a replica of Guam. And all this and more is on a DVD set, only $20.99 with the purchase of a gem. But if you call right now and say, where's my whisk, we'll include this bonus disc.
Hey, welcome to Bonus Disc! I'm your host, Bob Rose, and with me is another host, Matt P.A., and with us is, for the third time, returning guest of the show, Huey Hessen.
Fourth time.
Oh, yeah, this is your fourth time.
Fourth.
God, I'm so
sorry.
tired.
It's all right.
You picked this pile of garbage and ruined our morning, our
Dude,
show,
this movie,
our life.
I needed to change what you thought bad was.
I know.
And I set the bar a little lower.
This is a historic episode.
Well, it's the sore because we never done an animated
Well,
movie.
that's also true, but I'm also changing my name on the show. I am now Baron Burr. Hey! Talk like this! Welcome to the podcast!
You only show up every now and then to deliver a name.
I'm gonna stay super quiet for my time.
Riddle exposition is...
I just come to scream real slow in everyone's face.
This is an episode of First because it's our first animated movie on a bonus disc.
Yeah.
It's
first
our
movie
first
I've fallen asleep to.
First movie, Matt.
I straight up blacked out watching this piece of shit.
It's this is the first. I never thought our first Croatian movie.
It is the first Croatian animated
Unless I'm
movie ever made.
about other stuff we've done.
I think
I'm pretty sure it's the first Croatian
There you
movie.
go. See?
Man,
And it's probably the first like pro art movie we've ever watched. I
Man,
don't know.
it is so
Pro
vehemently
art.
pro
the
art.
Japanese Christmas movie. Was
Oh, that
pro
was
art.
very pro art.
Yeah,
It's only Americans
Love and
make
Peace.
anti-art movies.
that one was super.
That was
pro
Love
art.
and Peace was very.
That was wild.
I think that was that one you're talking
Yeah,
about,
Love
right?
and
Love.
Peace.
It was a great movie.
I watched that. Yeah, it was.
It's excellent.
It was crazy. Yeah.
Excellent. Genius.
Picador!
We watched the 1986 Croatian turned American VHS masterpiece.
God, we should not have watched it on VHS.
Oh, it's on
it was
YouTube
so
in
bad.
better quality.
You could understand what people were saying.
dude.
We watched it on VHS, on Huey's childhood VHS.
Yeah, I had this when I was 8. That's the last time I watched it.
It's the ELM
You can
Enchanted.
tell all the
The
scenes
ELM.
he jerked off to because the tape quality was real bad at some spots.
Oh yeah, Huey loved the mushroom scene. Anyway,
Oh, man.
so it's called the ELM-CHANTED Forest.
Yeah, like
Not
Enchanted.
Elm Enchanted. It's
ELM-CHANTED.
ELM-CHANTED Forest.
But not like a hyphenated word, like it's a play on or a pun. Or,
No. It's two
two
separate words.
ELM-CHANTED.
Forest.
Yeah.
Whatever.
It's also known as Fantasy Forest.
Yeah,
And there's a sequel called
The
The Magician's Hat, which
yeah.
we will not be watching.
Well, we couldn't find it.
Well,
we won't be watching it.
We're gonna watch it.
Fantasy Forest is a better title.
Than
I
Elm?
wouldn't have complained about those fucking stupid animals and all the dumb colors, I would have been fine with it.
Well, the elm.
The title is what kept
Yes!
you back? Okay.
It didn't implicitly put me in a fantasy world.
That
man just walked there to paint stuff. You know
J.
what I mean?
Edgar
Like,
Beaver said,
Hold on,
"You're
you're getting ahead.
enchanted."
You're getting ahead.
okay, sorry. All right.
Don't ruin the ELM-CHANTED
skip
magic
anything. So much
for
happened.
everybody.
So much happened, but almost like nothing actually happened. It was
Literally,
like
dude.
moving while standing still.
Oh my god.
I feel like
there were 3 musical numbers that were so worthless, beyond worthless.
anyone listening to this,
Oh
you
my
need to
God.
understand that the VHS sound was so bad.
Jesus.
We tried, okay? I turned it up so loud, and it still sounded like it was underneath of an elephant's ass.
Yeah,
It was
it did.
It's terrible.
It was like we were underwater at points, so I was like,
At
I
2
don't know
points,
what's
it
going
dipped
on.
really low. Like we could
And
barely.
then like a few points, it was extremely high. So I don't. The songs, I had no
Fuck
idea what they
whatever.
were
we could
saying.
just hear the beat, and
They
that
don't
was.
have anything to do with anything.
Yeah, they just happened. It was.
So know that we kind of didn't even get all the data that's in this movie
Yeah.
delivered to our like senses.
Despite how slowly it was given to you, I still didn't even get it all. It's crazy. It's for children. It was paced for fucking like toddlers.
Septuagenarians. Like,
Christ, man, I
it's
still
so
don't know what happened in
slow.
some scenes.
It was unreal.
You
Yeah.
could have told this whole story in like
a minute.
Dude,
a minute.
we didn't even need the fire and the water segments.
All right,
didn't even have to happen.
We'll get to
We'll
it.
get to that, and then
It's almost like it didn't. So, yeah.
That's what I mean. Like none of it mattered.
All right. Let's
So it
start off the
opens-
movie. Christ.
it opens on Mr. Baron
Baron Burr.
Baron
He's
Burr.
like he's.
I hate it.
He's like a wind man. He's like a wind monster. He's a demon. He's awful. He's on no one's side. He just has neutral information.
He kind of
Yeah.
looks like he's from the movie Monsters Inc. Worse.
Yeah.
He looks like the heat miser.
He kind.
Oh, he does. He looks like the coal miser.
Or the coal miser. He
How
looks
about
like the coal miser.
If the coal
kind
miser
of.
and Billy Crystal's Monsters Inc. character had a
Yes.
baby,
That would be this.
this
thing.
is that guy. This
Yeah.
is Baron Burr.
Yeah.
And he talks like
Like
this! Man. Fuck
And he
him.
just like the whole opening. Like, dude, I love
It was
when,
just
like,
him shouting when you looked at trees and
if you
shit.
listen to the wind,
It'll tell you things!
It'll whisper.
Magical! It's just like, dude, please.
One of the
Calm
top
down.
comments on the YouTube movie was something, why is the narrator yelling at me?
It's unreal.
It's pretty
He
intense.
is screaming at you.
Yeah.
oh man,
Do you remember what he said
He
exactly?
says shit about listening to the wind. He'll tell you about the ELM-CHANTED forest where
Yeah.
all the animals live.
Well,
but
like-
there's also a darkness
Ness.
power! And you're like, come on. Which manifests itself as shadows for the first 10 minutes
And they
of the
don't
movie
do
that
anything.
don't
They
make
just,
any
like,
sense.
Okay,
Pass.
this was a point of contention. The shadows, so it shows the forest animals being happy, but then the shadows come.
yeah.
The shadows we thought were like kind of evil smokish stuff, but it's later revealed they are the
I don't
minions.
think it is,
No,
though.
they are the minions.
Because it does make the same
no,
noise when they walk.
They're the cactus.
We'll get to it.
boy.
The
What is his
spine
name? We're not there.
tingler!
We're not there. But there's a bunch of like shadows going around the forest and something.
Yeah, but they're going.
We don't know what they are.
It's like they're passing over animals, and the animals are like, "Oh no!" I mean,
The animals are staring off into the distance, like it's coming.
I know. What is it?
And it's just so many. It's like such a long segment of
It's
just
so
animals
long.
hiding.
Okay, so
running.
It's
and
like
running
if
and
Lord of the
running.
Rings, if like Fellowship of the Ring started with the Dark Riders coming, with there was no like you never saw the Hobbiton being happy. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's what it said. So they're all running away. It goes on for way too long, and then you see a whole bunch of beavers run into a hut,
Right,
and
right.
then a tornado just destroys it.
Yeah.
Destroys it, and it says
Killing the whole beaver family.
It goes, beavers are the natural enemies of
the cactus.
of destruction because they are creators.
Yes.
And all the
That's
beavers
the
left
first
the
step
forest.
towards the pro-art message.
Yes.
Oh man.
Of this
all
movie.
the beavers fled from except one.
J. Edgar Beaver.
J. Edgar Beaver
Your
stayed.
beaver.
All the other ones fled. That's
They
important.
bailed.
I thought they died.
And every time
They just left.
every time J. Edgar Beaver talks, he does that.
I don't know why.
It's so irritating.
unnecessary.
Because he's a beaver.
Well, I get it,
Beavers
but
actually go. They make that horrible sound. They just go like,
Matt, these aren't.
They
all
sound
the
like a
animals in
neurotic
this,
guy like scratching themselves.
the animals in
They're just
this
like,
movie are not accurate
ah.
biological creatures. They are from the ELM-CHANTED world.
Well, they click. It's more pleasing than fucking real beavers.
Anyway,
Watch Beavers, the biggest damn movie ever made, and you will hate Beavers.
I've seen it.
It made me hate them.
I saw it at the IMAX theater.
They're disgusting.
Anyway,
all right.
So their house is destroyed. The darkness is sweeping across the land.
Yes,
but then
it just cuts to the guy.
We cut to a white male skipping through the forest
with like no chin. Like his head is shaped like the top of an exclamation point.
He looks like Jerry Seinfeld. He looks like a Croatian Jerry Seinfeld painter. That's what he looks like.
With like a huge floppy hat.
Yeah, he's wearing like a puffy
He's holding
shirt.
a canvas and paints.
And he sets up under the ELM-CHANTED tree.
Yeah. He tries to paint something.
He sucks dicks at painting.
It's terrible.
Bullshit.
It shows the canvas and it's like wah wah.
And then he goes, I guess I'll take a nap. And he goes to sleep, and then the tree grows an arm
and touches him in the chest.
Touches his chest.
The tree, which I think is a surrogate for God. It's obviously a surrogate for God. It gives him the power of art.
Oh, dude.
Okay, so
and then my favorite part happens because Baron Burr comes back and just goes, "The painter!"
Dude, the guy's asleep. He's still sleeping when that fucking thing's screaming. It's right in front of him.
The painter.
The prophecy has begun. He's just snoring through it.
Dude, and the thing is, Baron Burr isn't an animal, so that human wakes up and sees this like dwarf thing.
No, he didn't wake up. That's why it's insane.
You're right.
He should have been like, oh, Jesus, they're screaming. What the fuck is that? He should have lost his mind, but instead, that guy just bellows through the fucking forest that the prophecy is starting.
Also, he runs like the Tasmanian devil.
Yeah.
That should be added.
Yeah.
He's like a cracked addict.
He's just like on pure cocaine.
Yeah, he's like, let me just zip in. Sometimes they see him, sometimes they don't.
Yeah, he's complete.
He's a narrator as well as he's in the story.
He also is like a messenger. Like he shows up and like talks to people specifically. They'll ask him stuff.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, it's really weird.
And then
he says that the ELM-CHANTED tree has gifted
him with the powers.
No, but it doesn't tell. They don't tell him that.
No,
he wakes up.
He tells us.
The beaver shows up.
So we know what the fuck just happened.
The beaver shows up, and the beaver, he's like, "Oh shit! It's a beast in the bush."
Hold that pose. And he paints it instantly.
Like he just points his brush at it, and then exact like photograph of the fucking thing.
And it moves.
Yeah.
It's like a Harry Potter drawing or something. Yeah, it moves.
It just explodes.
It's
fine. And he's like, my God, that's amazing. And the beaver's like, it's not too bad. And he's like, well.
He's like, how can I talk to a beaver?
And he's like, cuz you're ELM-CHANTED now. And he's like, oh, okay.
You're ELM-CHANTED.
What does that mean? He goes, man, I got a lot to show you. Come with me.
And then that's it.
This was the moment that
also, like, there's a crow. A crow shows up.
A crow shows up.
Calamity.
Calamity. This is the point when it got. This was like I was like, okay, this is weird enough. This is what I said to you guys. There's gonna be something super racist in this movie,
and there was.
Yeah,
it took a while to get to it.
Setting up for later. We're not gonna say what it is, but I was like, this is like from Croatia from
in the 80s.
Yeah. Something's gonna be wrong here later. I don't know what it is. But this doesn't make any sense of anything.
Like the way they were saying things, it
I
felt
was
like they were eventually
coming.
be like,
it's gonna be bad.
A racial cleansing is just inevitable.
Yeah, right. Like something,
hold on.
Some slip of heart of disgusting thing is gonna be said.
Croatians love this movie, by the way. We should point that out.
Which is yes, that's a problem.
Well, hey,
I mean, we kind of buried "Song of the South" for a reason.
All right, look. Anyway,
you know it was true. We did.
We'll get to it.
The crow flies through the forest. It gets like attacked by lightning. God, everything takes so long. It's like him getting attacked by a million lightning bolts, and then fucking all the axe head men things are like attacking.
There's a name for it.
They're the spine tinglers.
The spine tinglers.
They're like attacking him. Yes. And then he flies up to Emperor's spine.
He's a cactus man.
Yeah.
Who lives in an evil, dark cactus tower.
That's all. Everything's points.
Dude, it's just a castle, man. It's just.
Well, I know, but he's all about points.
The description on the box is a lie. He doesn't live in a desert.
No.
He lives in a bunch of rocks.
Yeah. That's not. I mean, I
but
guess
he's not
he's like
desert.
Croatian desert.
He's an evil cactus demon man.
Yeah. who like is obsessed with
He has an army of
spike puns.
Right, he loves spike puns. It's so fucking atrocious.
Matt hated that
He has
shit.
an army of axes.
Every sentence.
Do you get the point?
And he has his
cutting to the chase?
His number one main man is Thistle.
Who's a wizard, but he looks like
Thistle the wizard.
What's wrong, Matt?
Matt is holding a knife up to
Don't
Huey.
just do a podcast. We're just doing a podcast.
Matt, are you fine?
Yes, everything's
Okay.
good.
I just need to make sure.
Hey, does this make you feel more comfortable?
Yeah.
What is going on?
All right,
Matt,
let's
he's
go.
trying to cut to the chase.
Yeah.
I know.
Yeah.
How sharp of you.
Ah!
It's like that the whole time.
Every time but he yells like Baron Burr, but with a lot more gruffness to his voice.
He's basically like if Danny DeVito was in this movie, this is the character he
He
would
even
play
looks a little like Danny DeVito
from Space Jam.
Yeah.
like he kind of does.
With the demon's face
With a big
from
beard.
From
Insidious.
Insidious, right? Right, and so this is where he gives his plan.
Does
sort of.
he?
Well, the prophecy. Thistle talks about the prophecy, right?
The crow tells him that the
painter
The painter has
here.
arrived, and then
And he goes, wait a minute, where's Thistle? Tell me about what's this prophecy business? And he's like, we didn't think you need to worry about it.
It's no big deal.
Because the prophecy says that, your hopes will flower, so I don't think you need to do anything. He goes, no! We must kill him!
He actually says, he's like, it's vague! Like he says something
too
about
vague, I don't trust it. We must do something.
it seems like kind of positive. That's the best part. It's like,
Well,
oh,
his first plan is hysterical.
Yeah,
He
it's
goes, Thistle, invite him to lunch, 1 p.m.
that's so good. The bad guy's plan is
that's
a
I
lunch.
completely forgot about that
Yes!
lunch shit.
No.
He's
It's
just
that.
like, invite him to lunch at 1. He'll show up.
So then,
I'm not a well-known lunatic monster.
no, he's like, it's like a reasonable, like, I'll talk to him to lunch. Maybe he's not going to kill me, or maybe I'll flower.
Maybe
Who
he'll
knows?
Just be like, hey, look, everything's cool. You don't
Thistle,
want to
go out to the villages and invite the ELM-CHANTED painter.
And now, so then it comes back to
Jesus
him,
Christ.
and at this point, he has not learned. No one has explained fuck all to him.
No, yeah.
He's just been painting animals.
Yeah, and Fifi Fox shows up.
Yeah.
Well, he also
The
realizes
French
that
fox woman.
he can hear animals talk, right?
Yeah. He,
No, you already realized.
Because he talked to
Yeah, I'm
the
saying.
beaver.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but
we
the
didn't
last
say
time
it.
we
That's
saw
what I'm
him
saying.
was at J. Edgar Beaver saying, I gotta tell you a lot of shit. He doesn't tell him anything.
No.
Not that we see.
I'm
anyway.
just saying,
well,
to anyone that hasn't
come to
watched
find
it,
out, he
at
never
this
learned
point,
anything.
he is now, he couldn't talk to animals before.
Nope.
Now he can because he's ELM-CHANTED.
Yeah.
And he's fine with it.
Right. So
and they're all getting their pictures painted by him.
that's when the hedgehogs come in and they want their picture, but then the sexy fox.
When you think about
Fifi-
it,
Well, no, the fox comes first because everybody's waiting in line. Then the
and
fox.
Fox
yeah,
just
fuck.
sachets past them all.
Yeah.
She's like, I want my picture. Bang,
a
bang.
French, sexy, normal fox.
Yeah.
Not otherworldly at all.
Fifi
No.
Fox.
And he paints her picture and she walks out. And you're like, what the
Like
fuck?
that had nothing, no
Why
bearing
the
on
fuck
anything.
Am I looking at this?
Yeah.
And that's when the little pink hedgehog shows up.
And he's
La.
like,
La.
Wow.
oh. And he's like, what do you
We
want?
could
You
barely
want-
hear what he was saying.
You want
too.
your
like-
picture painted? He's like, no. Oh, gosh. And then Thistle comes. Okay, Christ, this is when it begins.
God damn it.
Actually, it has to have already happened. Like, every other scene in this movie has like a character just smashing
into
something
stuff.
Falling, yeah.
for no
yeah.
reason. It's falling with
It's like
stars over their head.
it's like a Hanna-Barbera smash
It's
every time.
unreal.
Yeah.
It happens so many times.
It
I was like,
does.
we get
But
it.
it's not that kind of cartoon.
No, it just
It's
keeps
not like
happening.
a slapstick cartoon.
It
It's
isn't at
yeah.
all.
And
So
it's always punctuated by that boom.
Aww.
It takes too
So
much time.
Thistle comes in, he invites him to lunch, and then the hedgehog's
He
like,
threatens him
I
to
know,
lunch.
he's
He's like, 1 p.m., don't be late or you'll die, or something like
it
that.
says like,
Well, then the hedgehog says-
or you'll seal your fate.
Oh, yeah.
And he's like, what?
well, the hedgehog says,
oh,
yeah,
I
he'll
guess
kill
I'm
you.
going to lunch. And yeah,
Or you could come with me and eat all these delicious berries and fruits.
And then the painter's like, I don't know, which one?
Well, no. He goes. All right, that's why that shit's hysterical because he doesn't lead with like he'll kill you. He
leads with the
He
delicious
goes, man, he's
foods."
not a very good guy. And he's like, well, what else am I supposed to eat? And he goes, well, I actually came here to invite you to eat with us because we're eating like berries and all this stuff. He just starts like rifling off what's good
Not
to eat.
that he'll die.
Like it matters. You're gonna be eating rotten beef. Like that guy's just gonna chop him apart with a bunch of sentient axes. Like you're burying the lead. Like you're leaving. Why are you even leaving it up to a sign. You
Yeah,
gotta be like,
save his
"Dude,
life."
Are you out of your mind? He's gonna kill you. Instead, he's like, we got raspberries and toast. Like, fucking you piece of shit hedgehog.
I love the fact.
Save him. Help
I
him.
love the fact that the human was just like, but what am I gonna do about lunch?
Right?
Like, what? Where are you right now? What is that? You're like that worried about eating a meal?
Dude,
He wasn't worried before Thistle said
I
anything.
love it.
and Thistle's
Like
not.
Thistle brought the problem of hunger to him. Like, by the way, their lunch exists and you should eat with us.
Oh.
I would need some nourishment, wouldn't I?
I assume
guys.
there's a magic land now and I just need to eat
I think-
or poop.
I think does this all take place in one day?
Oh God, no!
No,
It
I'm
probably
just
takes
trying-
place in an hour.
Because because
Fuck. I mean, you're right. Who the fuck knows?
it's like 1 p.m.
No one goes to sleep.
This
like-
forest experiences a full-on beating of every imaginable source. It's
I think
insane.
it is one day.
I think
Yeah.
because like it's like
Christ.
It- nighttime only
1
happens
p.m.
once.
Then all that stuff happens. Then night happens, and then dawn happens, and,
And
then
that's
that's
the
the
end.
end of the movie. So
Yep.
this is all
Oh,
one day.
Good God, man.
It's an insane day in the ELM-CHANTED forest. Imagine tomorrow. I like.
All right.
So he ends
he's
up-
gonna go to eat lunch with the
Hedgehog families.
So it
Fa-la.
cuts-
Falada, yes.
What does that go straight to the Spike guy eating lunch?
Yeah,
Oh, he
he's
gets. Yeah, he's with.
he's already eating.
He's fucking pissed.
He's eating like a thorny lobster.
and he's like, I guess he's not. He didn't keep his appointment.
And Thistle's eating a bowl that has. It's like a soup and
With just
spikes
spikes
are
in it.
in it.
I think
What?
it was just liquefied.
What is Thistle?
Spike lobster?
He's a wizard boy.
But so he's like a human?
I
I
think he's
don't
like
know.
a goblin or something.
Oh,
he's
Jesus.
green.
Yeah, he's like
Yeah.
Green Goblin thing.
Anyway,
Oh, all the animals are colored stupid ass fucking colors for no reason.
yeah. Oh well, then they like,
Like
he's
you
like
can't just have a normal fucking colored animal.
the king, the emperor goes, go and get me the fucking painter,
Yeah, just
Thistle.
go get him
Get
now.
him.
Like
Bring him
okay,
here.
later on, we,
Otherwise, I'm gonna shove you in the slicer dicer.
I'm gonna put
Yeah.
you in Mr. Bone Stripper.
Basically.
and then
Kids cartoon.
and the funny and the thing is like
I'm gonna
like,
liquefy you.
Thistle is about the thickness of like a toilet paper tube. And
Yeah.
we find out later that the Spike Emperor has like
Stop.
dude
We'll find out
You're
later.
gonna find out later.
Shut the fuck
has
up!
much
Shut
more
the fuck up!
capable.
Shut up!
More capable
Stop it!
things.
Okay.
He still threatens to push him into like a thing that is.
Yeah.
will kill,
Yes,
will
he threatens to
grind him
destroy
up.
him.
But turn him into powder.
I mean, he already has an army of axes.
Yeah. Like
The spine
living
tinglers
axes that
could-
like can hurl themselves at
Yeah.
people. Anyway, okay, so
All
he
right.
goes he walks like 10 feet from the fucking castle and he finds a cave. And in that cave,
Fuck you, man.
Is that what happens?
that's
next?
exactly like
Yes,
dude, he
no,
literally
this
leaves
is-
the castle, walks like 10 feet.
No. They look for him first before he goes to do any of that because he has to fail before. Oh no, you're right.
Yeah, he goes in and he just gets like he hears that snoring and it plays that doo 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 doo.
You when
Yeah,
you say
because-
he, you mean the
Thistle.
cactus? Oh, Thistle.
Yeah.
No. Yes.
God damn
Thistle
this
gets
fucking
sucked-
Oh,
movie.
you're right. Yes.
Because
Oh, man.
it's like 5 feet in the
I thought
castle.
it was the other cave. I was like, wait, I
There's-
feel like
yeah,
this
I was
could
like,
be-
we didn't
Oh,
get there
no.
yet. did
They
we?
go in the cave and he finds Bud E. Bear.
Oh, right.
Retired sports athlete from the National Bear League.
NBL.
And he's
NBL.
also completely out of his mind.
Yeah,
I retain
he
that
is.
Buddy Bear is the most insane character in this movie.
He's what's his name from Coach, basically.
Oh
He's
my-
Dauber.
he is.
He's Dauber
basically
from Coach.
Dauber from Coach.
If he
Dude.
was more nuts, like
Yeah.
and he has a big like
Thorn in his
thorn
foot.
in his foot. He's like, "Hey, buddy boy, can you help me with this thorn in my foot?"
And he
pulls it out.
He goes, "You are now on my team, and I'll do anything for you." And he goes, "Okay, cool. Well, I need help.
I need you
finding
to
this
fucking.
artist.
Can you kill?
Kidnap?
Can you
No,
kill?
kidnap." He's like, "Oh, I can snatch him up from his backfield." You're like, "Who are you?"
Yeah, he has like sporting equipment and stuff from our world
Yeah.
in his
The
cave.
NBL, man, it's a big deal.
NBL, yeah, he's all bear puns.
Yeah.
I could go for a light bear.
Oh yeah,
I'm
yeah.
sorry.
They keep doing beer
Oh,
jokes
God
for
damn
light
it.
bears.
He's like supposed to be a Baloo character.
Yeah, but
It's
he's like
not-
Baloo if,
it's
if,
not
if he
Baloo.
was like on mescaline.
I feel
or
like
something.
the
Yeah.
original script probably talked about like honey or something because that drink looked more like honey
What
than
drink?
beer.
We're not gonna get there yet. Anyway, so they go to the So we cut to the ELM-CHANTED tree where the painter is now, he's painting...
The three hedgehogs.
The three hedgehogs.
Yeah.
But it's just one painting of one hedgehog.
Yeah, he's painting the...
And then Thistle and the bear sneak up, and then the bear gets this like running start, like he's gonna fucking smash into the painter and straight up kill him. I mean, it wasn't like kidnapping.
No,
Wait a minute,
he's gonna crush his spine, man. He was just gonna mash him against the
Yeah, he was
tree.
gonna mash him.
I'm
kill
not
him.
sure, but I think the song in that tavern happens before this.
No.
I'm pretty sure it
Oh,
does.
you're right.
Oh, does it?
Yes, it does.
So we go to the
Because, okay,
sachet.
Yeah,
the
he
sachet.
goes, "You're my
in-
buddy. Let's go get a light
bear.
beer.
Right, beer.
Beer." And they go to the tavern,
Dude,
where
watching you guys do this is amazing for me.
Dude, it's so hard to remember
I
how
know.
the events have played out.
So then Thistle is like, "So look, man."
They're all sitting at a table in the Sachet Inn Tavern, which structure is not affected by any of the events of this movie.
No,
it
it is always
It
preserved.
is always preserved.
and it is
and
always
up.
packed.
Yes.
So Thistle's like, "I really appreciate you helping me kidnap this guy."
Casually
And
at
he
a
goes-
bar talking.
He's like, "Yeah, I've never kidnapped a person before, but I guess I'll help you because you're my friend, and I'll kidnap this painter." And then the barkeep goes, "Please don't do that.
He's a friend of the forest.
He's a friend of the forest, and you shouldn't do that." And he goes, "Yeah, well, he's my friend, and he wants it done, so I don't really know what to do about that." Then they sing about friendship
and it's like
for a long ass
Like a
time.
honky-
for,
Tonk friendship
for
thing.
eternity.
It's
just-
friendship, friends,
And Thistle, like,
friendship
Thistle the whole
things.
time is sitting there with his eyes big. Sometimes they like swirl.
Sometimes
Yeah,
he looks
like-
confused.
like
and
he's never
scared.
doesn't
Sometimes he
understand
looks-
friendship.
well, like what love and friendship is because he like
Right.
floats up on a heart at one point.
Dude. Yes, he doesn't understand what it means.
So then they get him to be his friend, and then
You think that means he's not gonna do what they
Yeah, and-
immediately
No, I thought
do.
that was when Thistle was going to become their
yeah,
ally.
good, though. That's when it shows. Yeah, that's when.
and that's when he still tries to kidnap the painter. And I was like, why? He just like changed sides. But yeah,
But he does. He try. Well, does he try? He fucking misses by a mile.
yeah, he just runs
Okay,
right
so
past.
yeah,
him.
no,
over
he
a
runs
twig.
past the painter completely
Misses.
and smashes
It's like
into a
Scooby-Doo,
tree, right?
I mean, like Yogi Bear type.
he
shit.
gets. He's not even close. Like the painter doesn't even realize it's happening.
Yeah, he's still
It's
painting.
just like what?
He runs right by him. He trips on his stick.
He
He falls on the ground.
He
makes
like digs a huge
yeah.
A professional athlete bear cannot do this.
Gets up, and the painter's like, "Whoa, that was interesting."
God
He's
damn,
like,
this part was amazing.
And he's like, "Can you paint me, son?"
Hey,
Like,
can you
"Hey,
paint
you
me,
mind if
son?
you give me a pic?"
I don't give a fuck about what I was doing 50 seconds ago.
Your life means nothing to me, so do me a favor before I throw it away. Like, what the fuck?
Give me an action pose.
And he's like, I want a collage of me doing sports. Isn't that what he says?
Yeah, something like that.
And then it just
Fuck.
it draws
it's
him
a
all
picture
strong.
of him strong, and then his belly pops out,
And then he giggles.
and all the parents and all the ELM-CHANTED kids and boys laugh.
Fuck all the animals this movie. They're like, oh, this is so funny.
And then Thistle's like, "Well, this is fucked. I'm out." And he
Right, right.
he doesn't
Shit.
come back for a while. Like he's just out.
he's like, fuck me, I didn't get him. What am I gonna do?
And this is
Then-
is this when the guy goes to the cave? The
Oh.
emperor goes to the cave.
Yes, the emperor is
They're
like,
so fed up.
he's looking.
This Thistle he's like, "Where's Thistle? Where is he?"
Where is he? God damn it!
Remember, because he's talking to the crow.
Yeah,
Yes,
yeah.
because also they show like when Thistle's with the bear in the bar, the axe dudes are just out looking.
Yeah, they went past
They're
the
on-
window.
Yeah.
The bar is so unaffected by the
Yeah.
events. It's just like, yeah, we're still in operation.
Especially
Well,
the
like,
next
everybody's-
event.
yeah, the
he's-
next event is
He's
a
exhausting
nightmare.
his resources looking for this thing. So then he's like, I'm going to do something on my own.
Fuck Thistle.
I'm going to go talk to he says some shit
Because
about I'm going to
go to the
travel
center of the earth.
I was like, wait, did I hear that right? The center
He
of the
also
fucking
says
earth.
Earth, which
Yeah.
is really confusing.
Dude,
And he finds the firebug, which
So he
is
goes
just
into a
this-
cave,
Jesus Christ.
And there is the firebug, who's my favorite character in the movie because he talks like
Fire is not a toy.
I am the god of beauty.
I am not. Yeah, he says, "I am not a destructor. Destructor.
yeah,
I am a
basically-
god of beauty."
The Emperor's Spine. God damn it.
Ugh.
Emperor's Spine is like I want you to like set the forest on fire so I can like find out where they're hiding. And he's like, I can't just fucking do
And then
that.
that's the line that you loved. He's like, I'm about beauty. He's like, what could be more beautiful than a forest fire?
Good line.
It was a good line. I
Probably
love
the
that
best
his
line in the
solution to this was just burn the forest down.
Just burn it down. I have nowhere to go.
Also, he can build. We learn all his like resources later, which we won't talk about. But he can't make a spark.
Oh my God! Yeah, you're right.
He could start a fire. I mean,
He can
Honestly,
make engines,
honestly.
combustible engines, but he can't light a forest on fire.
there are
Honestly,
animals.
I
You
will
don't see
say-
the animals using fire. They
I
don't
will
cook
say
other
this.
animals. They're not cooking food.
Let's say you did
They're
make a
eating
fire.
grass and shit.
The difference between that fire
He lives off of water and sunlight. What
and,
is-
Yeah, I guess
and this
you're
thing's
right.
fire is like this thing's fire can move at the speed of a human running. And
Right.
like
Well,
maybe a
getting ahead
normal
of-
fire couldn't do that.
We're getting ahead of ourselves.
We are. Oh,
Yet
he's
again.
holding the knife.
I'm picking the
He's
knife
gonna
back up.
cut.
So he's like, I can't. That's insane. That's dumb.
I can't do that. The
And how does
kids
he
of the
trick him? He goes,
He goes, "You're a nothing."
"You're garbage."
He basically
You're just a bag of
provokes him.
hot air, and he goes, "Hot air, hot air, hot air," until
He gets
then
super big.
shoots a fiery blast. So I don't know where the fuck this cave was. He's in the center of the earth.
Apparently,
Where is the forest in relation to his kingdom?
Dude, the
we
forest
still don't
is
really
next
even
to
know
the
that.
castle. Like it's so close. He's-
Where the fuck is this fire coming from? And it just set the earth on fire. It like
No.
set the atmosphere on fire. That's how
it's
fast
like
everything
ignited
burned.
the fucking existence of them.
Everything we see from this, like when the forest is on fire, every time it shows it, a tree falls over. Did you
Yeah,
guys?
yeah,
It's
yeah.
like, it's
I mean,
always
they
So-
recycle footage like crazy. in
It's
this.
insane.
So the
nuts.
firebug basically he's like he tricks the
trying to
firebug
burn-
into shooting fire at him, which is it hits the forest, and then the forest goes up in flames to a degree that is just absolutely
absurd.
nuts. Right, and the forest is just starts getting engulfed like very fast, like you can visibly see it moving through the forest. It's not just a slow burn. It's like
It was like going a couple miles an hour. It
Yeah.
was moving, man. It was,
yeah, it's moving. So we see a bunch of animals running and panicking, and trees being like turned to char, and then we cut to where the painter is and
Under
they're-
the elm
they're-
chanted forest.
they're-
Under
right,
the elm.
elm chanted tree, and they're still having their good old time doing paintings.
Crow flies by and says, "Caution!
Calamity!
Calamity!
Caution!
The asshole that thought up calamity. God damn it. So we see them all start running, like they all run, and the tree itself starts glowing with white sparkles.
And
it
the fire
doesn't-
goes around it.
It cannot be destroyed by
Yeah.
fire.
But it also doesn't stop the fire.
No,
the fire goes
around it. It's just it can't be harmed itself.
Yeah.
Does that mean if they
Weird.
climbed up into the tree,
They
they'd be
would've been
okay?
fine.
Yeah.
I don't know why they ran. I guess you didn't know.
Right. So
Unless it was still burning up all the oxygen around the tree, which then they would have suffocated.
But it's a tree that makes oxygen. I imagine that
man,
they'd be
there's no
fine.
It's elm
oxygen in this
shade.
world. It's
Dude,
just
they don't breathe. It's all
yeah.
underwater.
They
That's
breathe
the
magic
twist.
and art.
That's the twist we didn't get. This whole thing.
They
was actually
breathe
underwater.
passion
Ugh.
and beauty.
And
all right.
all right.
So they get
They're
cornered
running.
by the fire.
Oh,
pretty
they
much.
climb up like a stone wall.
like a stone, yeah.
And
And
then the artist does what he
takes
should
his-
have done earlier, and he takes out his
His
brush.
paintbrush, yeah.
and he shoots art into the sky.
Just
An
like the-
art beam.
like
I'm
the-
not even
I mean,
exaggerating.
concept
as
of
much
art.
as much as that sounds like you're just like
being a jerk.
flippantly describing what happened.
No,
he-
he shoots an
he
art
shoots an
beam
art beam.
into the sky, which changes the weather, making it rain, putting out the forest
enough
fire.
to put out a fire that
That is
burns so
exactly what happens.
like a
Yeah.
I don't know, 100 square mile flash fire,
in like
and
oh
it
man.
puts it out instantly.
Yeah, it's pretty powerful rain.
So
And
then
the three little fire chart.
little dudes and it plays like really like suspenseful music at that moment, but they do nothing.
They don't do anything.
They run away.
And then they
They
get
chase
absorbed into the firebug.
Well, they chase them. They follow.
Yeah,
him.
they
Yeah,
follow
the
him.
painter
And
follows
then the
him,
firebug's like, "I'm so sorry, that was an accident."
and he goes, "Accidents can be prevented with fire, if we're careful."
Yeah, there's like a little
It's like
PSA.
so
It's
ham-fisted.
the more you
horrible.
know. Yeah,
That
it
was also setting up more for there to be a more horrible thing to happen.
Oh,
Yeah, I was
But-
like, okay.
Now they've given us.
Everyone
now they're
hates
trying to
fire,
tell us.
so even like Nazis hated fire. So you know what I'm saying? Like you can't like bank on. Oh, this is a good message for kids. Like
Oh,
you're
man.
waiting for the other one that's gonna be the left
Yeah.
hook.
Another shoe drop.
Yeah, when is it? When will they say it? Who's the target? When do they punch down like nobody's ever imagined?
All right, and then
It's terrible.
they accept his apology.
Yeah, they leave.
They're like, shit happens.
And Firebug's
Yeah,
really not in
dude,
the movie
you just
again.
burned down the entirety of our home and everything we believe and love. That's fine.
Except, did he? Because they go right back to living in a forest, like
No.
all
like,
the normal shit.
It pans across, and we see a lot of burned out stuff, and then it just ends back on a forest that is completely full.
I'm
and
assuming that the art magic kind of just healed the
I
forest.
guess, man, they don't really state any of that. So
man, the order of this is about to fuck my brain up hard. I can't remember what happens.
Well, now hold on, because now we get,
they're rebuilding the house.
They're rebuilding the house. and then we cut to.
None of the
fuck
characters
this.
you
I hate it
recognize.
so
A whole
much.
other movie starts, and you're like, no,
We
no,
cut to
no.
Boss Nass from episode 1
Neptune.
sleeping. Neptune, yeah, he's Boss Nass, man.
Absolutely.
Yeah. He's sleeping. Is a like an aquatic fat demon man.
He looks like a fat snork.
Yeah, sleeping
Like-
on a waterbed that's filled with fish in a house.
Cave.
But he's the king of the sea.
No, it's a cave. He's
It's
just
a cave
living in
thing.
a cave.
It's like he's like in a bayou. There's like a bayou.
It's like
He's
a
in
bayou.
a swamp. Yeah.
and there's that French lizard man singing.
Right.
He's Italian.
Oh,
He's
God, yeah.
All
God.
the frogs. Oh my god,
Dude,
I hate it.
all this went on
It
for
took
so long.
so
we were
long.
like, are we gonna have to meet a whole
Well, another group
So
of people.
he takes
yeah.
his
Unreal.
mirror out and he's like, show me my lakes and rivers, and they're all full of like burned out tree husks.
And like, yeah, tires. There were tires.
And he's
Which
like,
I thought
what
was
is
funny.
this
Where the
come
fuck
from?
did that tire come from?
He's like, what is this?
I hate it. Then he's like, show me my waterfall, and it's full of the same shit.
He's
And
like,
he's
whoa.
oh.
And then he's like, I'm gonna do something about this after I take a nap.
And then he can't fall asleep.
So
'cause
this
everybody's
frog has to
making
like
noise.
croak him to sleep.
And everybody sings a song
Oh,
that goes on.
I fucking hate this.
that's when
movie.
Matt started falling asleep. 'cause
Yeah, it's doing to me again. I am barely awake right now.
It has the best part of this whole scene is it has no characters from the rest of the movie.
No, it's just a song with frogs in it.
All new
And this
characters.
Yes.
weird demon thing.
This weird, and and then he falls asleep. Well, then finally, the Spine King shows up,
Oh my god!
and he's like, "I want to talk to him." He's like, "He can't.
He's
taking a
sleeping.
nap. We don't wake him up." He's like, "Ah, fucking wake
I'll
him
do
up."
whatever I want, and they break his boat.
They chop a little
the-
Italian lizard's boat in
'cause
half.
He sang when they couldn't fall asleep. I thought that was funny because he just started being like, "Oh, blah blah blah." It sounded like gibberish.
Yeah,
Like it sounded like he was just pretending to be Italian. It was
it
hysterical.
probably was exactly that.
I
Yeah,
tell
you're
you
right.
that was gibberish.
So he goes in and he wakes up the Sea King.
By popping his bed.
His bed is full of fish, and all the fish flow out, and he's like, "You bastard!"
You fuck ass, what'd you do that for? And he's like, I need you to do something for me. And he's like, why the fuck would I do something for
You
you?
just kill my bed.
He's
Just
like,
ruined my
Firebug
bed."
didn't help me, so I need you to help me. And he's like, oh, you're the one who burned down this forest. Well, here, and he pulls out like a little keg of like maybe it's like 2 feet high.
He's like, let's see. Yeah, and then he pulls the cork out of the front of the keg and it starts spraying the cactus boy,
Spine Emperor.
the Spine Emperor, out of his house and starts filling
He floods
the
the
whole
forest.
forest. And he says it's a magic keg that has it's bottomless.
The bottomless
Endless
spring.
water.
Yeah.
And he floods the earth.
He floods the whole earth, man. This is the flood moment, and then we get the Noah's
This is
Ark
like
moment.
religious symbolism here, man. I'm telling this whole thing.
Everybody
Look at
climbs.
the hiccups.
They all climb up the. Like they're on top of the newly built house.
Yes, that they were working on.
And
Well,
they're-
they were in the middle of working on it when the flood
The
happened.
flood happens.
Yeah. And
Like
they're
that fire happened a couple hours ago. It's the
did
same day.
Or did it just like immediately just happen? And they're just like, all right, we've rebuilt the house in like 20 minutes, and okay, goddamn. So
Fifi Fox like starts to drown, and then the bear saves her.
Yeah. and then they're like, use your powers, Peter, and he's like, I can't.
I'm trying, and he can't. But
Well,
then
no,
he does.
He
can't.
does, and he brings the
But
sun
no,
out.
he can't because his paint is hang on a tree.
Oh yeah, you're right.
So the beaver goes and grabs the paint
But
in
like
the weirdest way possible.
It's like impossible. Like
Yeah.
he pulls it through matter.
Through matter.
You
That's
also
magic.
treat the beaver swimming over there to get it like a beaver shouldn't be able to just
It's a
swim.
beaver!
It's a fucking beaver,
It's a beaver,
man.
dude.
It
It's
can swim in water.
what it does.
They acted
Literally,
like it was dramatic. It's what it does all the
beavers-
time.
Beavers build shit in water.
Beavers wander until there's no water, and then they ruin the landscape until there's water, so there can be water to live in.
Beavers are awesome, man.
I fucking hate them.
I love them.
They're awful.
What about Bill,
monsters.
the beaver?
Bill the beaver.
He can invent things on command.
Oh,
All
I
right.
hate them. I was more.
So
I was the Zoobly Zuko.
I was a
sorry.
Lucky
So, yeah,
Bill guy.
You're right. He tries to stop the rain, the flood twice, and he can't do it.
Mhm.
And then he's like, ah! And he just makes the sun come up,
Yeah.
and
the
the
sun
sun,
dries out the forest.
like, instantly.
would have eviscerated.
It would
them.
have baked the entire
They would have been
landscape.
scalded to
yeah, to be
death.
able to dry up that water that quick.
Did he like pull the earth closer to the sun to make
The
that
amount of
happen?
radiation from the heat would have been.
I mean, yeah,
it would
they were
break down
dead.
their cells. They'd all have like instant like videodrome cancer. It'd be, like, it'd be nuts.
And this
I
is
have
exactly.
a gun arm for some reason. Why?
God, oh, man. Oh man, one of these characters like it's just long live the flag.
Oh
That'd be
God!
so good.
Long live the forest.
And then, oh man,
Just pulls a tree out of his guts.
Oh god, he shoots the spine with a cancer gun.
dude, he already looks like he's like mostly cancer.
Yeah,
He's
he does.
very orbish.
So the forest in one day is going from being on fire to being healed to being flooded to being dried out.
And everything is fine.
Oh my god.
What the fuck happened?
What
after
happens
that?
next, man? I can't remember.
Is this when they? This
Well,
is,
it's
no,
not-
So
this,
they go get Thistle. This
no, this fucking Baron Burr comes back. And they're like, what in the fuck is going on, dude?
That's
and
when
he
you need the
goes,
narrator to literally butt
your
in.
power's unlimited.
But I just
you're like, hold
saved the
up.
Earth
I thought
twice.
this was something cool. He's like, no, you're supposed to do something great, and if you don't, the world will be over. I'm flying away.
No, he's like, you have until
this
sunrise.
He's
Yeah,
like,
he's
dude,
like,
the
what?
sun's down already. He goes, yes, hurry. You're like, what the hell am I doing?
Hurry, what?
To do what?
This morning I was trying to have a nice painting.
I was just a crappy painter.
Yeah. Now I'm fucking affecting the goddamn tides?
And
What
I'm
the
told
fuck
that
you
I'm
want?
gonna cease to exist if I fail.
Oh my god.
We come back to the spine at one point in the castle.
And, and this is when they realize that they have to make him flower. Like, cause they're like, he's like, wait a minute, isn't he a cactus? He has to flower.
Is this back in the tavern?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wait.
Yes, they figure this out, and somebody's like, we can get herbs and stuff from all over the place. And then Thistle's like, well, I could make a potion to do it, but I need herbs from all over the blah blah blahs.
We can
And they're
fix this with the dark magics.
Oh, no,
yeah.
it's not Thistle. It's Edgar
No,
J.
it's
Beaver.
Fisher.
No, but Edgar J. Beaver's the one that makes it though.
Yeah, but
All right, Thistle
But
says
Thistle
it.
has
But-
the
but-
idea.
but-
And he's like, it'll take all this stuff. And he's like, well, you got friends now, so we can do all this shit. And the crow sees all this. He flies back to the Spine Lord.
Spine Lord,
and he's
yeah.
like,
Spine Lord.
Spine Lord's like, he's got friends? What the fuck? Go get him. And all the axes go to get him.
Yeah.
I love that too because it's like, what happened in the last 4 hours? Oh right, I burned down the entire forest and then flooded it.
How is anything left? Go
Kinda,
get him.
Thistle shouldn't be making friends during all that.
No.
Yeah, what the fuck's wrong with him?
So
Go get him.
they, like, all the animals of the forest are bringing the herbs they need. Like, they all unite to bring the fucking herbs and pour them into the
that takes
cauldron.
a long time.
And then the spine tinglers show up, and they kidnap Thistle.
But
They also
what
like
the
try
fuck's
to
the painter's name?
Peter Pallet.
Peter Pallet. We forgot about Peter Pallet's name.
He sees it and he goes to try to stop it, but he falls down a hole.
Yeah.
We forgot when he like repaired that bridge with
Oh,
art.
that's right.
Remember when they chopped the bridge
forgot.
up?
Man, I can't.
And the
I know.
power of art literally
Dude, we
levitated
haven't
them
even
over.
gotten to the fucking like what was it? The destructor robot thing.
Oh, yeah, we
Dude,
see it.
stop. We're nowhere.
Are we not there at all
I
yet?
hate
The spine roller
it.
is, like, shown.
Shut up! No, it isn't.
They show it in the.
No, it isn't
It is!
yet. Not yet. First,
Peter Pallet
he
falls into a
falls in the
hole.
hole. Then, fucking Edgar J. Beaver's like, I made it. Where's Peter? Fuck.
Thistle's missing too.
Thistle's missing too. We're double shit. Bear goes, that looks like Light Bear, and drinks the
it.
potion. Edgar J. Hoover's like, fuck me.
And
And
he-
you have to make more of that, you dick.
And he just falls asleep.
And he just falls asleep. And then he's like, we are fucked, man.
And then Baron Burr shows up.
Baron Burr shows up and goes,
God.
you certainly are. And they're like, what? What do you mean? He's like, didn't he tell you? If you fail, you're all gonna die. He floats away. You're like, dude, what the hell's your problem?
He specifically says they're gonna get grinded up in the machine.
And then
in
he
the
says,
machine.
No, not yet.
One of them is in the
yes.
ground. One is in cell most dark. Later, and he just
dips.
disappears.
No, because the I guess you do see the spine.
Yeah, you see it in the. I was trying
You're
to tell you. You see it in silhouette. You see its eyes
No,
show
because
up.
he actually tells him. He's like, now that I got you, I have most terrible, foul things. or
Well, he
whatever.
says he introduces the guillotine robot thing.
Sir
my
Guillotine.
God.
Sir
so
Guillotine, which is
Dude, that's like the cool. It's like a 20-foot tall robot.
it's the thing from Thor, man. It's like exactly
it's
the same.
the Annihilator
except
robot.
It's Annihilator with a face that's a
with
guillotine,
a guillotine
which
face.
he doesn't use to cut anything.
The only
No.
time when it nods, it slides shut, and when it
I wish it talked with the guillotine opening and closing. Right. And they show the silhouette outside of the what is it called?
Of the slicer.
The
dice
slicer.
or
the spine roller. Yeah,
Spine
The
roller.
spine roller.
it's like a giant, like rotating
threshing machine.
machine.
Yeah,
It's a
like,
weed thresher.
It's a weed thresher, but for a
Kind
it's a
of,
forest
yeah.
thresher.
It's a forest.
It basically
section.
just sucks everything in its path in
Yeah,
and just
destroys
shreds it.
It's the end of what was that dumb rainforest movie?
It's Fern Gully.
Fern Gully.
Yeah.
It's
This
that.
is way worse than Fern
It's
Gully, but it's
much
also way weirder than Fern Gully.
It's really
because
weird.
now, let's go underground. And let's finally hit that point.
good, and
Let's
more
introduce
characters.
And let's
man.
finally hit that
The
point
mo-
we
what's
were
the-
worried about
what-
happening.
I
the
know.
entire
It's
time.
very soon. What was the name of the Mushroom King?
cares,
Mr. Truffle.
Mr. Truffle.
Who fucking cares?
His name was he's a
Just say it
truffle, man.
one time.
It's
says
his,
a couple
it's
words.
it's like a whole underground society of mushroom people.
Yeah.
And they've
And a big
kidnapped-
mushroom named Mr. Truffle.
They've tied up.
They've tied
Peter.
him up. He's sitting on a giant like green mushroom that's moving around.
And they're like,
Alive.
he's like, yeah, you're gonna be a mushroom soon. That's just what happens when you come down here. He's like, I don't want to be a
they're gonna
mushroom.
transform Peter Pallet into a mushroom.
Do you think he used to be a human?
Yes.
The other guy.
I feel like
'Cause he was
everyone-
way
all-
bigger.
Those are all.
Well, I felt like he was much bigger than all the other ones.
That's true.
I think all
I
of
think
them
he
were
might have been a
former other
person.
things.
Yeah, they were like forest animals that fell
that all
down
fell
the
down
hole.
the hole and they got turned into mushrooms.
But the only one that there's when we meet Sammy the snail.
I'm
None of the-
Sammy the Snail.
Dude,
Nobody pays attention.
He
To
says-
me,
he says, like,
that's
such-
why I'm not a mushroom.
He says, like, such a foreboding
Yeah,
line.
It's like takes so long.
He says, like,
It's
such-
that the movie didn't need to be
Oh,
slower.
dude, he's like
Sammy
on,
the Snail
like
gets
half
introduced.
speed.
God, it's amazing.
He says like this super foreboding line though. He's like, "Don't struggle. It just makes the process faster." And you're like, "Process."
There's a process.
Huh? I took that a different way actually. I took that as since he's a snail, he hates fast things.
Oh,
Oh, I took that
So-
as like the process of turning you into a mushroom person. The torturous hell of being a mushroom person will consume your.
Start moving
then,
real slow.
You want it to be slow when it overtakes your central nervous system.
When your spine liquefies, you want to make sure you're in
we
a
all
calm
live
state.
in darkness.
The plus is the fungus lives.
You turning into Bill
forever.
Cosby?
I know.
You're
Well,
so-
it's kind of appropriate. The scene is all problematic, so
yeah.
the scene is pretty problematic.
So, I just realized there's a part where Mr. Truffle goes, "I need to go out and get more specimens,"
yes.
which must mean he's kidnapping animals
and then
to
turning
turn
them into
them into
mushrooms.
and turning them into mushrooms. Like they're not
Wow,
falling
That's a
down
whole
the hole.
plot that has nothing to do with the
God,
movie.
what is he? That's
He also
terrifying.
says his society is completely unaffected with what happens above
Yeah,
he
ground.
like,
does
nobody-
not care.
He doesn't give a fuck All he cares about is
what if that's like a
recruiting
Nazi
people.
thing? What if it's about like Nazis
Well-
living in the hollow earth?
Now we
He
meet.
lives underneath the earth.
Now we get
And
to
they're not
the
affected.
we get to the problem.
All right, here we go.
Well, because he introduces.
He goes, I'm going to go, and I'm going to leave you in the
Capable hands of Michael J. Mushroom.
And you're like, what is that?
Michael J. Mushroom.
I don't know why they did that.
That's a
That's
weird
so, like, why
thing.
Michael J. Fox, but not like Michael Jackson? Like, 'cause
It's
he's
Michael J. Mushroom. He's Michael Jackson Mushroom.
Yeah, yeah.
so it's okay. All right,
It's not Michael J. Fox.
I was like, wait, why? Okay,
Yeah,
that makes
I
more
was
sense.
like,
no,
Michael J.
it's
Fox,
Michael
though.
J. It's Michael Jackson. The
It's
mushroom.
a Michael Jackson the Mushroom,
Michael
but it's
Jackson.
not Michael
But
Jackson.
it is.
though.
It's just a. It's.
It's,
like
it's just to say what it is.
It's
It's,
just a- I
it's
mean,
Jamaican mushroom.
It's a
Yeah.
Jamaican mushroom racist caricature.
Yeah,
with three-
It's got the
and
little.
they're-
It's got the like full border pale
Oh,
lips.
man,
like
it's
that
bad.
are all
It is
one big
bad.
thing.
And then the three
believe it.
mushroom.
I thought we almost.
Backup
I thought the
singers.
movie was almost gonna make it through, and then they showed up. It's like, oh boy,
And then the three
Wow.
mushroom
That
backup
is-
singers that
yes.
look the
Also,
same.
this-
they look bad.
but they're all.
It's
They're like little mammy dancer things.
It's
and
terrible.
It's awful, man.
they sing a whole song,
They sing a song called
which we didn't on the
Mushroom
VHS.
Power.
We couldn't even hear.
It was
could not
shit.
tell what they said.
Yeah.
It sucks anyway.
Mushroomy Power, baby.
Something power. I don't know what the second part
I mean,
was.
God only knows what it was about.
it was
probably
becoming
about
a mushroom.
Really,
They were. I guess it was explaining that the
They were
sap-
buttering him up. Would you
Yeah,
put
like
that
the-
down?
No.
God damn
No,
it.
they were. It was implying
God damn
that the goo that dripped off the walls was going to turn him into a mushroom.
Yeah, like
I
he-
think.
yeah, because it's
Dude, that's like terrifying. It's like the Blob or something.
yeah, and then like they all develop. It's like he has like a bad trip, and then they all develop
Oh, yeah.
fangs, and they're like, "We're hot."
Michael J.
Yeah,
Mushroom
this-
turns into like a demon
Dude,
face.
the song portions don't
Terrible.
make any
They're awful.
sense. They don't make any
They
sense.
don't.
They don't have. I swear
The
to
whole
God.
mushroom thing could be cut.
That
It
is the
doesn't even
last
matter.
song, though.
They don't make any sense.
That's the
Huey!
last song, Matt. We're good.
Yeah, it is the last one. All right, I can put the knife down.
Give me this fucking knife.
Oh,
God
damn it.
Give me this knife.
I feel naked without it.
Right. So there's
Oh,
from that
then-
song we go back to the castle,
The
right?
beaver shows up to save Thistle, who's in
Oh
prison.
my God! We get introduced to another character.
The fucking mole, the blind mole. And then we get
I
that
am
like
so
rock
tired.
song of the mole digging.
Dude, so basically, he gets to a character that's like a main character gets to the castle, and then it's like, "Hey, Mr. Mole, can you go and do this giant task?"
Whose name
that's
was
super
Mole.
Mole. Can you do this super important, like the movie won't keep going task? And we just met you, and we'll never see you again task.
Thanks.
Okay, thanks. Mole is getting the stuff. It's like, what is happening?
But like the giant Sir Guillotine has built this machine.
I didn't even think about that when we were watching it. It's like, why? Yeah, you're right. The mole did that. The mole
The
did
mole
everything.
showed up, did the thing, left, and never see him
The beaver
again.
didn't do shit.
It's
It's great.
And so, yeah, and then the Sir Guillotine had built this insane contraption to chop Thistle to shit.
yeah.
He built like a room that was
Like a blender.
It was like a torturous like blade room.
And
It's
so-
Mr. Bone Stripper.
And then everybody, then he fails, and then the fucking Spike Man screams at him, and he just starts exploding.
Yeah.
Like
Oh
parts
yeah, I
of
forgot.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah,
it just
yeah.
blew up for
Yeah,
no
he-
reason.
Yeah, remember because I said, is he just doing that with telekinesis?
it. He's
Is it-
just yelling, and parts
He
of
ma-
him are breaking and
he
falling apart.
blows up his own robot thing.
And then there's a little dude living in the robot's foot.
Oh my God!
And
What
that's-
is that? Another character.
I guess that's like supposed to be like the engineer who designs all this, because he's like, if you hadn't designed my spine roller, I'd kill you.
This little guy who's in the foot of this other robot designed this mammoth fucking soul crushing.
Dude, they're
kill
building a
machine.
world. The magician's hat is fucking gonna be off the chain.
Jesus.
Then
Christ.
building a
I just love
world.
this scene. New powers are introduced with the mushroom to this scene. It's like 3 new characters are introduced. New powers from the spine guys. There's just so much shit. It's just like, what was this established at all?
we don't need it
It's so
established.
exhausting.
Bob. Worrying about establishing things?
It's like
No.
he's blowing up his own robot.
not
that
the
thing,
Croatian
why did
way!
they even introduce it? Why did he just say, I made this spine roller? Why did we?
Why can't that guy just walk around without
Wait.
that big suit?
Or why? I'm saying, why even have that whole part with the
What does it
other
run
robot.
on? I thought it was a creature.
It doesn't matter.
Okay.
Okay.
There's so much that doesn't need to be there that is, and it's awesome.
The bear wakes up from his fucking beer coma.
Yeah.
And
Those potion coma. He drank
that's
potion.
Right. He finds
Flower potion.
the little snail guy. He's like, I've been running all
The way
night.
here. We're at
He
the
traveled like 20
climax
feet.
now,
And
and
he-
it's time for things to end.
Dude, that was so accurate.
Like,
So the bear goes down into the
It's
fucking place.
excruciating.
He just takes the artist and leaves. Like it's like nothing.
yeah.
Like
Yeah, they're all like, "Hey, what are you doing?" He's like, "I'm a fucking bury a bunch of mushrooms. Eat my
Yeah,
ass."
I know, he just drops in and just like, fam! Like, whatever.
I'm out, and then he leaves.
He climbs up the hole so easily.
And then
He's a bear, I
they
guess.
bottle the bottle and potion. Thistle like does some magic shit that we think he's gonna summon the Dark Lord or something. But
They
instead,
got the
more art
potion.
magic appears and just throws the potion into a ball and into a like a beaker.
A beaker, yeah.
Well,
And
yeah,
then-
like a potion thing. So I'm about to pass.
It's
out.
okay, Matt. We're near the
This
end.
movie is killing me. It's
We're
just
near the end, Matt.
Sucking the
So they go
life
to the
out of my
castle.
body.
They dispatch the guards who have never been in the movie before.
No, they're
No.
and they're green fat men that have
axe
axe helmets, as opposed to the spine tinglers, which are sentient
Axes. Why are they not
I
guarding?
don't know. Where did these other guys come from?
God.
Because they were like cactus
There's a whole
guards.
universe.
They dispatch those men with no issue. Fifi Fox does a little ooh, and they follow her into the brush and they beat the shit out of them.
Oh man, come on.
We get to the throne room.
They get to the throne room.
They have like a full-on fight war in front of a sleeping.
Dude,
Why
he's-
he's sleeping right now on the most epic day of his entire
He's supposed to
existence?
destroy the whole forest.
I
this
need a
morning.
nap right now. Oh,
dude. Like everything that happens just from like the bear literally like scream roars. Living axes are slamming into everything. The beaver
Yeah.
is chewing through their bodies.
it's the loudest scene in the movie.
And he's
Why is he sleeping now though? He should be fully awake.
because
right
he was said he said he was gonna do it first thing in the morning. He's
We forgot
got
to say,
a good night's sleep.
that
and then-
Peter is starting to not understand the
Genocide.
animals.
Oh yeah, Peter's starting to not be able to understand.
The animals look-
Well, it's just that,
Oh,
man.
I found that hilarious because the bear starts like blah 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 blah.
And Bob was like, "Is he having a stroke?"
Stroke? Dude, it was so confusing what was going on.
So then,
Uh,
so Peter climbs this insanely long like drape, and he like hangs over the Cactus King.
I love you. While we were watching it, when he started climbing that thing, I was like, "Is he using magic to climb? Like, what is
Like,
he
why is
doing?"
it so high? Like the Cactus
I know
King is like 4 feet tall.
Why
yeah, he
wouldn't one of
climbs
the
so high.
forest creatures who are great at climbing
Like, run
be
up
doing
there.
it?
Yeah, a
Or-
bear or the 7-foot bear just dump it right in his
Or
fucking mouth.
that bear could probably beat
That bear
the
could
shit.
choke him. And
I was
just
gonna
get
say
cactus. It's fucking plants.
That bear could have ripped him in half.
I know,
Probably.
that's what I'm saying.
You wouldn't even need the potion. You could have got the bear. What was his name?
Billy
Buddy
Bear,
Bear.
Buddy Bear,
Buddy Bear.
Bear.
To go in there and just fucking beat the shit.
Just rip a hole in and watch all the water soak out of
God,
him. Come
yes.
on.
He
So-
could drink him.
Okay, this pissed me off.
Oh, it's been.
okay.
We're
Oh,
dead.
we're
All right,
so
we're over
They
close.
went, they went to pour the shit, but he didn't uncork it. The cork just falls out
Oh my
coincidentally,
God. Yeah.
and they pour it into his mouth.
Oh!
He starts to like have a seizure.
He turns pink.
He turns pink. Everything
And
changes.
flowers bloom on all of his spikes.
Yeah, he has
The
he has-
whole castle turns into happiness.
The whole
Rainbow,
quote-unquote
everything
desert turns into flowers. Everything is flowers.
The
everywhere.
spine
Everywhere.
roller turns into a Ferris wheel made of plants and flowers.
Yes.
Oh my god. He so then he's
Anything
like
else?
Matt, they did it!
and then like he showed like he but his voice doesn't change. He's still
No.
like, I love you all.
Oh, you're my buddies now.
He talks like the guy in the beginning of all the Aqua Teen Hunger Force.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Gentlemen.
Right. And then
I have created.
The Spine Tingler.
so Peter Pallet.
Oh no, then there's a big like celebration. Like everybody
Right.
dances.
Yay,
and
the forest is
many
saved.
of the characters
'Cause he-
reappear for
'cause
one
the spine
time.
tingler, the spine man, he declares happiness and peace
Yeah.
for a good time. He gives it a fine night time though. He says like For a good while, we shall enjoy
Until I'm mad
until I
again.
fucking hate all of you again. And I turn evil.
If I ever become ugly, I will kill you all
You'll
again.
die.
It'd be great if he gave them like a weapon. I bestow upon you the weapon that you shall use to drive plunge into my heart. If
When
my
I become
flowers,
like again,
my flowers shall wilt, and I become a fucking tyrant again.
That would have been so good.
Oh yeah. Then the hedgehog's like, "Yay!" They're holding the weapon.
Yay! Ah,
Then
missed
Peter's
opportunity.
like, guys, none of you can understand me anymore,
and I can't understand you,
But I love
gotta-
you, just the
I
same.
love you, and I need to go home.
and I need to go
This
home.
is the weirdest 12 hours of my life.
Honestly,
Wait a minute, wait.
I honestly hate this forest, and I never wish to return.
Dude,
I'm
really-
quitting art, and I'm never going into the nature
I
again.
really wish that bear had just ripped him in half, man. Like, just like, cause like,
Yeah, just the
As
right.
soon as the magic goes on, the bear
I know
mauls
you
the
don't
shit
understand.
out of it.
I just like killed him.
And all the woodland creatures, yay!
the abomination
And then,
is
dude, and then
slain!
the spine, and then like Happy Spine Lord or whatever is like, and now we shall feast on the new meat. The
They
delicious
wage
flesh.
war on the humans. Billy, because then Baron Burr shows up and he's like, everything's fine.
Bye!
It's like, I'd be great if it ended like the last frame was just like them like, who the fuck are you, man? Like, I'm necessity. I exist so everyone understands what's going on.
Dude, I just, what could the magician's hat even be?
I would assume
It has to have Thistle in it, right? Because he has the
Yeah.
hat.
I would assume it's Thistle's hat.
maybe Thistle gets a bitchin' hat. It's like cursed.
Well, it's only an hour long, right?
It's it's shorter than this, so thank God in heaven.
What if there was an evil wizard that created Emperor's Spine?
What if it has like, okay, so we fought we theoretically fought the desert. Maybe we fight something else.
We also kind of didn't note, though, that this is a beloved movie in Croatia.
Oh, they love it.
It's considered pretty much their best movie ever
Yeah,
made.
they it was
Still,
like
to this day.
in like 2009, there was like a poll, and they found this was their best movie they've ever made.
That's fucking...
Dude, I want to see
That's
more
unreal.
Croatian movies.
We gotta watch other shit. I
It's
mean,
gotta be. If this is the top,
I'm gonna die.
Dude, what could the magician's hat be then? Because if it didn't surpass what this was, Thistle the magician teams up with his animal friends, along with some fairies and a volcano-dwelling dragon, to rescue their forest from the wrath of Mrazmor, the Ice Emperor, and his army of icy ghost witches.
Sick.
Dude,
Sounds good.
sounds great.
so I guess, we don't even need
Does it have a
fucking
positive
Peter
art
Pallet.
message? Yeah, where's Peter Pallet?
He's not even in it. That's
it's
why
all a Thistle movie?
it's a complete Thistle movie.
That's tight, though.
Thistle gets a
That's
spin-off, man.
Wouldn't it be great if it was just about Peter Pallet going back to his world
And
and,
then
just
be
like,
like-
he dies of like
everybody, like, penniless and alone. He's like, I swear to God, these
dies
things
of-
can speak.
I'm telling you, art saved me in the forest.
I almost
I talked
became
to
a
a bear.
mushroom.
I'm friends
I
with
made
the
the sun
Emperor.
come out with a brunch.
I levitated myself and 3 primary colored hedgehogs, like 12 feet.
I'm not insane. You're insane.
And just hauling him away.
Yeah, he gets locked into a dungeon and just see him die at the end. That's it.
I fought living axes.
I'd like it more to be a documentary about him going back and how he's like giving up art and all this shit because he's like, it'll just get you in a world of trouble. You don't want that kind of shit. Like, I was addicted to heroin and it was less of a nightmare than when I
Yeah.
had to fucking stop
I would say
a sentient cactus from murdering me in an entire
No, dude,
biome.
he returns with his he returns with his children, the Pallet kids, and he's like, the lesson is, kids, don't do art, do heroin.
Yeah, get
it's
a nice
easier.
job. Get a nice job.
Do heroin on the weekends. It's you don't have to be artistic.
Just
Just-
Weekend heroin.
Yeah, a nice weekend heroin.
What more do you need?
Oh yeah, and then
And that's the message of
then
this
probably
movie.
something extremely racist and sad. We
Oh,
would say.
God.
Yeah.
And then it would end.
Now remember, kids, the Jews got all the money.
Oh God,
I wish they did something crazy.
it's so terrible.
Baron Burr should have said something nuts at the end. That would be so good.
Hitler had some good ideas. Like, wait, what?
Don't ever question the government,
The
kids.
Fourth Reich shall rise.
Communism works.
Oh. Something. It needed something. It needed a
Something
punch
like, yeah,
at the
end
end.
cap or like, oh,
Baron
fuck.
Burr.
Yeah, right. Jeez, little fucking wheeze. I
Wow.
don't know
Well,
what to say.
I mean, this movie was
I
a
get-
foundational thing in my childhood.
I guess
Oh my God! What if this is the story of Hitler? I just realized, what if Peter Pallet is Hitler? He
Oh
was
my
a
God.
Terrible artist.
The painter.
Oh my God!
He didn't eat animals. He's a
He
vegetarian.
was a vegetarian.
Why are you guys looking
How
at
would
me like
Croatia
this?
be
I don't know.
It was Yugoslavia back then.
Yugoslavia, right?
Yeah.
So, I mean, you know how they felt.
I really,
No one knows.
I gotta be honest. I don't know my Yugoslavian
Yeah.
lore and history well.
I'm not much on Yugoslavian or Croatian politics or history. I'm sorry.
We just gotta start watching more of their movies.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure we'll glean a lot more.
That's how you get information about people.
It's like it
That's
just.
how you assimilate into.
This
other
was, you know
cultures
what this
through
movie is
movies.
though. It really is like, it fits into its own stereotype. When the second you, this is exactly what I expected it to be. When you said it was a Croatian animated movie that you used to watch on VHS in the 80s, I was like, okay, it turned out exactly what I assumed it would be.
I kind of didn't expect the songs. I
I didn't remember the
hated
songs at
them,
all.
and I hated them.
Well, they're terrible. But I'm saying it fit the exact stereotype in my mind of what this would be. You know?
So if you ever feel like you want to see a Croatian animated feature film,
It's on YouTube. So
it's on YouTube for free with
There-
better sound quality than we got.
Thundergrunt.com. Look this episode up. I'll put a link to it underneath.
Great.
Right, so everyone can
Finally.
watch the
Everyone can watch
ELM-CHANTED FOREST.
Matt would highly recommend it if you want to
If you want to
immediately
fall
asleep.
Just
Just
you
watch-
want to be
Just watch
unbelievably
the
bored out of your
the
fucking mind.
what was it, Neptune part,
Ugh.
and that'll
Gross.
just knock you right out. Man.
They only,
I don't want to watch any.
never
I
again.
never want to see another second of this film again.
I'm just
I
gonna
don't
send
think
you.
Look at my eyes; they're
Matt,
watering. I am like so.
You know, we got through
sleepy.
this whole. This is the first animated movie we've ever done on this show, and we didn't even talk about the animation whatsoever.
Oh, you're right.
It was kind of fine.
It was fine. I'm just saying it's funny to me that we didn't talk about like the production of this movie.
Yeah.
No,
at
'cause,
all.
I mean, it's a cartoon. It's fine.
It's
you get what you get.
yeah, yeah.
They were really-
It's an '80s cartoon.
Evidently, this
Yeah.
was really supposed to jumpstart the Croatian
Like Disney.
animation.
This
end
was
of
supposed to
things.
be like the
Yeah.
Steamboat Willie of
Yeah.
Croatia.
Watch it. I said what I watch. I'm pretty sure it's supposed to be like their Fantasia.
Yeah. Well,
I would say Snow
Dude,
White.
it was
or
just
some-
stuff. No, it was just stuff. It's like now we're in the
Yeah,
bad things. Now we're in a we're underground. You know, I don't know. It felt, there weren't enough songs, but it just felt like we're
How
going to
about this-
showcase like.
This was Croatia's Sword in the Stone. How's that?
No, man. Okay.
Matt's got no fight
You
left.
can't-
Man.
Yeah, I don't want to scream anymore.
You know what, man?
So, are we saying we don't recommend people watch this?
Absolutely not.
I think if you're down for
I literally blacked out. Had you not asked me if I was asleep, I probably would have stayed asleep for a while.
if somebody said to you, if you're the kind of person that's like, yes, I would like to watch a 1986 Croatian movie,
Yeah, if you like
you
animation,
will love this.
and you don't like cohesion, then this is probably a great.
I mean, I would show it to a kid.
I don't think I'd show it to a kid just for the mushroom scene.
I mean,
That's not okay.
you're right, because
That should
it's
not-
like a rap song. It's
It's really
terrible.
bad. It reminded me of It reminded me of Bee Dog from the Airpod movie.
Yeah,
I
I,
was
guess
like,
I
oh,
wouldn't show this to
It's
kids.
a proto.
Yeah,
bee,
nobody
it's a
watched
Croatian bee dog.
this. Nobody watched this.
Sea Dog.
Burn it.
Yeah, it's pretty not okay with that.
Croatia, you're not a country anymore.
You need to make
You've
a new
lost your
movie.
status.
Make a new movie.
It did. We just can't see it because it's never released in America.
They
We
don't
gotta
release
find
them.
another movie. We gotta find a good.
All right, next time I come on, whatever that is,
Croatia.
I'll find another Croatian film that's not.
Find
that-
a live action Croatian.
That's what I mean.
A
That
live
fits
action
what you
Croatian
guys like
film. Yes.
more.
Yeah, find like
Do it.
a live
I will.
action
God.
Croatian action.
Yeah.
Find
Or
like-
sci-fi
I wanna
movie.
Watch like a fucking Die Hard ripoff.
Or something. Yeah, something like that.
All right, that's my assignment. I'll do it. I'll bring something back. appropriately weird.
And if you don't, I'm gonna put you in the fucking slicer dicer.
Ricer. He said
Oh
ricer.
yeah, I'm gonna slice. I'm
I'm gonna rice
it.
you. What
I
does ricing you mean?
This movie can eat my ass. So
They
tired. It
made
me
up
so
a verb
tired.
based on rhymes.
I hate them.
All right, that's it.
Don't watch it. Watch anything else. Watch Cowboys vs. Dinosaurs.
Dude,
on
guys,
Netflix.
real quick. Just found a Croatian movie called How the War Started on My Island, and it's listed as a comedy/war movie.
Oh my God!
God.
Yes, yes.
That sounds like a mess.
Please find a copy of that. Holy crap!
How the war started
What
on
if
my
it-
island.
It's just gonna be. Oh man, I hope it's like.
What kind of a title is that?
I hope it's like a World War II.
It's like a full sentence title.
What was that in the army now? Is that the
Pauly Shore.
movie?
Find the Croatian in the army now, Huey.
Ugh.
Done.
Find the Croatian version of every Pauly Shore movie.
Yeah.
Croatian son-in-law, Croatian biodome,
Oh, here we go.
Croatian Encino Man,
We'll watch.
Croatian man.
Here's a Croatian. Here's a Croatian movie called Vegetarian Cannibal.
Oh my God.
A medical horror of corrupt gynecologists and true events from Croatian hospitals that will shock True events. Oh my God, dude.
Well, but I guess that didn't win out in the poll with the best movie against Enchanted
That's
Forest.
that's why
That was on the poll. Like,
people were like, "Ugh."
you know, vegetarian cannibal,
thing about
Enchanted Forest. They're like, well, come on, we gotta
Like, one thing
represent
about,
better
like,
than
real
this.
medical maladies. I don't think I want to put that on the list. We only have 14 movies, and 13 of them are about medical mishaps.
Oh my God.
There's the Island War movie, the Enchanted Forest, and then there's like a litany of medical mistake documentaries. I think we'll go with the Enchanted Forest. Jesus Christ. Like the saddest list ever.
Shut it down.
There is another animated film. It's got lower rankings. Enchanted Forest.
Dude, this was rated 8.2 on IMDb. This movie sucks dick.
The Laptique, the Little Shoemaker, is 7.4. Laptique.
The Little Shoemaker. All right.
Yeah, he's a mouse.
Oh God.
Guys, there are Croatian movies. We've got Night Boats.
Night Boats.
Dude, I want to watch Night Boats.
Night Boats.
It's dangerous to boat at night.
It's about medical mistakes. Like, you read all these titles, they're all about medical mistakes.
Yeah, they're just named after the mistake. Like the first one was
Dude,
the cannibal.
listen to
That's
this.
The night boat. It was a guy.
Listen to this. Quick, 70-year-old teenagers. I'm not reading that wrong. 70-year-old teenagers running from home. They are not running away from their parents. They are running away from the inevitable.
I don't even know what to say.
What the fuck? And that's called what?
70?
Night Boats.
That's Night Boats?
Oh man.
Yeah, we gotta find. All right, we're done.
Yeah, we're done.
We're done. You need to find Night Boats.
I will find Night Boats.
Is it N-I-G-H-T or K-E-N-I?
Like N-I, like
Okay,
nighttime boats.
Okay, Night Boats.
What is a man without a mustache? All right, these are great.
Stop. We gotta go. Thank you, Huey. Bye.
Bye.
Enchanted.
Great.
You've just listened to Bonus Disc, available only on Thundergrunt. Questions, complaints, and movie suggestions can be posted to facebook.com/bonusdisc. Opinions and criticisms of the hosts of Bonus Disc are 100% valid, even though they took the time to watch the movies you were too ignorant to appreciate.